Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to give some love to G2M Workshop Mod by G2M Agent. Let's get reviewing. Thanks for joining us. We're back at Sanctuary today with Codsworth and Dugmate, and we're going to do a bit of a review of the G2M mod from G2M Agent. So we'll just run down here. There's a whole lot of bits and pieces down here. We'll run down here, get into the build menu, and then we'll show you the review. So here we are in the build menu, and for me the G2M mod is right at the end of my mods in the main menu, and it is a little workshop icon, the G2M. So there's several sections to this, and we'll go through each one of them individually. So the construction tab, wood tab's pretty straightforward. You have a number of these floors, which is pretty standard. Some prefabs, all pretty standard stuff that you probably would find in vanilla. This one here is a little bit different. Nice little shack wall. There are some interesting walls in here. Check them out. Obviously there's a number of roofs here, tin roofs, which are, sorry about that, which are not too bad. And different configurations. The really cool part for me is this stairs configuration, and it has a series of rails. There's one right here, and a series of these stairs. So here you go, these different stairs here. So as you can see, I've pulled one out here. A little bit different, but pre-made stairs, which are pretty cool. And it also gives you the individual components. So you would see here, I've actually got a couple of individual components here. And it gives you a whole heap of this stuff with rails. And with these little individual rails, which I've used on here. So these are all movable and snappable. Kind of cool. You can make some quite cool stuff out of all this. So I have actually got a project in mind for this in the castle build. Then you've got your normal planks, floor planks, a whole range of them, and then there's a whole range of plywood. There we go. All different configurations. And then there is a number of bridges. A couple of bridges there. And an individual piece here. So that's pretty cool. And some supports. So that's pretty much for the wood tab. For the metal tab, I have a series of these stairways. So these spiral staircases. Very cool. So there's two different spiral staircases. There's this one, and there's this longer sweeping one, and a whole lot of support beams and all kinds of stuff in there. Very cool, and a little bit different for your settlement. Go to the concrete tab, and again, lots of little bits and pieces here, and they actually have pillars that are, they look as though they're in a triangle shape. I don't know if you can see that on the stream. A whole lot of little floor pieces and walls and whatnot. A little bit different to what you normally get in the concrete tab, vanilla. So, and one of the great things is they have these circular concrete pieces, just like that, with windows in, so you can actually make a circular building, and all different textures. Some are doors, and they just snap nicely together. Whole heap of double doors and whatnot. I'm going to spend too much time, they're pretty self-explanatory. Might just delete some of this stuff so you can see what's going on. And then there's this so just you can browse those doors at your leisure. And then there's these very cool roofs, and I've made a little bit of a structure here. So you've got a roof with support for one end, a roof with support for the other end, and then in the middle these individual pieces. And again, I've used these in several of my settlements. Just makes a nice little different looking kind of element for your building. Sky bridge supports, haven't used them too much. And then there's a couple of pillars which you can see here and here that you can maybe use. I think these are actually the sanctuary supports, possibly. Okay, so that's the construction tab. In the furniture tab, it doesn't have a lot in here. There's this very cool bed here, couple of screens, bit of a wall and another screen. So there's not too much in this. Not too much in this tab. In actual fact, the furniture tab. I guess he may add more later. Put those over there because it's getting a bit crowded in here. Get rid of that. So not much in the furniture tab. You have, of course, all your mandatory barrels and boxes and whatnot. And you've seen these in other mods, I'm sure. Always useful. And then you have these gravel walls, which is one here. You actually have your sandbag walls. But what I like about this mod is it actually gives you smaller piles of sandbags. And then this is where it really gets cool for the defense. It actually gives you the individual components of these guard towers. So you can see I've actually spent some time and added a few of these in here. So you've got this component here. There's a slightly different one there. And they snap together, which is quite nice. The stairs will snap to them like that. And you've got two different types of stairs. Obviously one for the small, one for the big. Bit of a roof there. Not sure if that will snap up there or not. Yep. Platform. This one can snap to this. Just like that. And so you can see you can start to build, you know, a slightly different defensive structure here. These mesh protectors that go round like that, and then you can put a bit of a roof. Very cool. I like these a lot. It just gives you a little bit more flexibility of building your guard towers. Then we get into the tab that you've probably seen me use the most, which is the one from the coast. Or if you've seen my river shack, and I will leave a link to it in this video, you would have seen a lot of this. So there's a whole pier setup that you can build. Lots of different floors, railings, supports, a whole range of things. Bridges up in the air, all kinds of stuff, and stairs. This is one I use a lot in the construction tab, and this is where all the hooks and pillars live. And you can see here I've got a few sitting out here, so that you can put a hook on it, or you can actually put a lantern on it, put it on the side of a wall, or there's an individual post there that you can use. There is this fish basket and table. And then there's a whole lot of, and we'll just get rid of these for a second. There's a whole lot of decoration things that you can use if you're building in a coastal settlement, a la Far Harbour, etc. And it gives a whole host of these that are a little bit different to what you normally see. You know, have these nets on it, things and stuff like that. Fishing rods, always good. Individual fish, I guess you can hang those up on the hook like that. There you go. Lots of cool stuff. These nets, you would have seen me use these nets quite a bit as well in a few of my builds, and they do snap onto the wall. I think that post is just interfering with it a little bit. Anyway, those snap onto the wall nicely. And again, individual fish basket. And then there is you can build your whole fish farm. That I haven't found anywhere I've been able to place this. But anyway, you can build a fish farm. Lots of different components here. You actually have animated fish. Very cool. And then there's lots of these. I'm not going to be able to find anywhere to place it. But lots of these individual barrels. So a lot in this. Lots of different configurations. You have your rowing boat with your tiller or rudder. Lots of little walkways and tires and many things. And these things I like, which is one on the ground here, which are clutter, but specifically Far Harbour clutter. Lots of these here. Then there's a Red Rocket tab, and you can see up here we have actually got a sign, Red Rocket sign, and a Red Rocket, whatever that is, a Red Rocket. We'll see what it's officially called. So a range of these, what's it called? Just a Red Rocket steel structure, I guess. Huge though, you got to find the right place to place that. And then finally he has shipping crates, but what I like that they have done with this is they have given you all the individual components of the shipping crates. You can have empty ones and full ones and all kinds of stuff. Even to the fact that you can put those capping pieces on. Very cool. And I'm sure you could use these for lots of other things. Lots of options. And I see lots of options here that you could use these for. Even a little shop there. Very cool. Lots of different colours there. And right at the end, in the add-on tab, a few extras. Have these railings, little awnings that you can snap to things. And the one I like the most is these little platforms that he gives us with the ladders, and they all snap together if you want them to. But you know, we have the little individual ladders. There we go, just like that. There you go. Also, it gives you, I think, a little bit of a platform here. There you go. Or ladders that actually snap onto the crates themselves. So lots of things to play around with, guys. G2M Mod. Show it some love. It is available on Xbox and PC. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.